Today we're doing a quick review of this Mora floating knife. Alright, here's the packaging that the knife came in. Obviously the knife was over here like this, and here's the scabbard. I noticed that they have these little rings around here. I don't know why. That's just a little bit indentation here on the cork from where it goes into the scabbard. It's a nice sturdy blade, stainless steel. I'm going to see if I can get a 90-degree edge on there with a file later so that we can see if it'll spark a ferro rod, even though it's stainless. Lightweight, very lightweight. A lifetime warranty by Mora knife. If you abuse it, that's going to negate that lifetime warranty. It says also in the directions that this thing will float, but if you leave it in water for like forever, it might not float. I'm going to see if the scabbard floats today. A quick test of the scabbard to see if that floats. Yay, it does float. We know the knife floats. So it is a floating knife and a floating scabbard. I'm very pleasantly surprised that the plastic floats also. And that's what it looks like coming out of the water wet. Passed the float test. Now we're going to take it out in the garage and try to get a 90-degree on there, because right now this will not even scrape my fingernail very well. You hardly get anything off of there. So we're going to try to get a nice smooth 90-degree edge and see if it will spark a ferro rod. That's our next test. Back from quick time in the shop, and just take a little mill and bastard file and get a 90-degree edge here. It now works as a striker. I give this a thumbs up. I'd buy it again. It's a great prepper knife, stainless steel, and it'll spark a ferro rod. What more could you want?
Alright, I'm going to compare the floating to the not floating. I've had this for 3 years now. I brought it on every camping trip, kayak trip I have, and have had no problems. I really enjoy it. And I found that they had the floating one, so I got that this weekend, and I'm currently kayak camping. And even while it's in the sheath, the whole thing floats, so that's really cool. But what I don't like about it is it's very, it bends really easy. I know you can't see that very well. Also, I already have had a little chunk come out of it, and I don't see this lasting very long. So, I don't know. Personally, I like the not floating one better, but yeah, that's the difference.